Well, if you got a dollar or just a lousy down, know that I got rhythm that could suit your budget fine. You can take or leave me, but you ain't got much time, 'cause I just keep on rolling down the line.
I've been on the road for the last week or so, and as part of it, I've been traveling from state to state and doing quite a bit of sourcing as I go. I'll be doing additional videos coming up, showing some additional items in more detail and listing some things that I'll be putting up for sale. But this is one of my favorite items that I picked up, and I wanted to showcase it separately because what this is what turned out to be a partial collection of the Historical World's Fair and Exposition Library, property of Samuel Asch. I did a little bit of digging, and it turns out that Samuel Asch kind of took this upon himself to create this library. And as my full-time gig, I actually work with libraries, so they always have a soft spot in my heart. And this collection, which I'm just kind of showcasing quickly as I go, is talking about, in some cases, expositions that I've never even heard about. So this was the 1899 export exposition, which was in Philadelphia. This was the Russian Nizhny Novgorod fair. We've got the Boston Food Fair of 1891. The Sesquicentennial Philadelphia, 1926, another one, 1926. California Midwinter Exposition, 1894. Now, in some cases, what he did was he created these little covers, and then in them, he just pulled some printed materials that represent the exposition. So you can see this has the exhibition right here, national, international exhibitions, just kind of some general information. So this one, doesn't really have anything particularly fantastic. But then this one, you see it actually was folded for the California Midwinter Exposition of 1894. When you open it, you actually have Scientific American with illustrations of the fair. And that pretty much pops in and out of a lot of the different packages. So this is 1900, can't remember which fair this one was. So this is the cover of the Cosmopolitan, September 1900. So you get that, but then he only kept the portion of the magazine that was relevant to what he was collecting. But in what he collected was still going to be some great images. In some cases, you could cut those out for framing. There's articles. Again, this looks like it was a chapter out of a book for the Pan American Expedition of 1901. You got another little cover for 1901. When you open that one up, I need like 5 hands to do this. You have more pages, but again, in some cases, the pages that he saved are some great illustrations that capture the fair and that make this a really interesting. It's almost like a three-dimensional scrapbook. Like he kind of just created these fairly thick sections of all of these fairs. Now, I haven't figured out why. I don't know, was this for a university? Was this for his own edification? I haven't figured that part out yet. And I was initially concerned because they are numbered, and I do not have anything that would be considered a full set. They're kind of like random numbers. And it turns out that some of these have sold in the past. So I'm still debating whether this is going to stay as a collection. Some of the more valuable ones that sold in the past, I think, had already been broken up, and it was taking images like this and then selling them simply as the image as opposed to the entire collection of what was in that folder. So, I'd be interested in different people's viewpoints on it. I did pay up for it because I do feel there is value to it. The damage, looks like some mice got to it. You can kind of see what the box looked like. A little confetti going out of the bottom of the box. So in some cases, condition concerns me a little bit. See, this cover is completely separated off and how torn it is. But in some cases, these documents are well over 100 years old. I think the most recent one was the Sesquicentennial, 1926. So all of this stuff is pretty old. And it's just kind of fun. It's very interesting. And again, this is the 1891 Boston Food Show, which I've never even heard of. So this is from the Illustrated American, November 7th, 1891. It's a portion, I'm assuming, of the full magazine because I don't have the cover, and it starts on page 572. But again, just look at the images that were saved as part of this article. There's this full-page article for Walter Baker and Company Cocoa and Chocolate. And then you turn the page, another full page for the nutriment of, let's say, fluid beef. I'm not sure what this says. Cobb, Bates, and Yerxa. Okay, some people may need to work on their marketing. In the Stickney and Poor Spice Company, Joseph Burnett and Company, Burnett's Extracts. These are what make some of these illustrated magazines and journals so valuable now. People are looking for the illustrations, so it may not be the full illustration or the full magazine, but it's the images that are related to these topics. And the fact that he's done all of this, you know, I might divvy them up, but then maybe I would keep all the Philadelphia items together and all of the San Francisco items together. You know, we'll see. But I did think this was a lot of fun. I do think there's some great pieces in here. You know, here's Leslie's Popular Monthly. You know, I've got some great illustrations. I'm going to go into these. Just kind of some fun. So I hope you find that interesting. I hope you find World Fairs as interesting as I do. I do like selling this stuff, collecting it and selling it. And that's also why I really liked this. I'd never heard of the Nizhny Novgorod Fair. I actually still don't know what that was celebrating. So I can read all about it here. But I'd never heard of the Export Fair, Philadelphia. I mean, these are all just World's Fairs and Expositions. They happened all the time. They obviously had different focuses. And now I can learn more about them. So thanks for watching the video. Thanks for your time. Thanks for putting your trust in Trusty Huckster. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Well, show me a sign if you're wishing me to stay. Otherwise, I say goodbye and finish out the day. And that sunrise in the morning and you got nothing to say. Oh, that's when I'll be headed on my